Yeah, as Nina was saying, this is one of those parts of the evening where we get to recognize the engines, literally, that drive this business. I think probably as I get a little older, I hope it's not getting soft, but I appreciate the horse more than I ever did, and I think of some of those other ones. And, you know, these people and these horses, it's just great to be able to honor them. Our next category is in the 2-year-old colt trot. This year's winner is Rumble Strips. Rumble Strips is by the sire Long Tom out of Lady Glider by Glide Master. This year, he had 9 starts, 4 wins, 1 second, 2/3, and a record of 153-2, which, by the way, is a world record on a half-mile track. This is just the quality that Ohio has now. This horse was trained by Mike Paul-Hymas and driven primarily by Kane Kaufman. The owners, Constance Paul-Hymas, Mary Beth Waters, and the breeder was Franklin Equine. The caretaker for this horse this year is Mike Paul-Hymas. Some of the notable wins was 1 leg of the Sire Stakes, the Ohio Sire Stakes Championship, the Partial Memorial, and the Ohio Breeders' Championship, in which he took the world record. This year's winner for 2-year-old colt trot, Rumble Strips. With these connections, please come forward.
Thank you all that voted for him. The ones that didn't, sorry. I want to thank Connie, Mary Beth, and David Walters for the opportunity to train him. I want to thank my son for taking care of him. It's been a privilege and an honor to train him for them. And I want to thank King Kaufman for taking his time and patience and teaching the colt how to race. Thank you.
I think my mother and I, Connie, would say this has been an absolute pleasure, and it's a pleasure to be in a multi-generational family horseman too, and that's just been a lot of fun, and we're really looking forward to his 3-year-old year.
We're just really blessed with a great horse and a great trainer and a driver and a groom, so it's been a great year.
Rumble Strips receives the Ohio honor of being the 2022 2-year-old colt of the year. Beside me, I am now joined by trainer Mike Paul-Hymas. Tell me about that feeling you had when you heard world record.
Oh, it was an amazing feeling. And like I told you a minute ago, in May, I had told Kane this colt was going to make him famous. We're either going to tear up more race bikes in the post parade than ever, or we're going to set world records. And it turned out the good part. We set the world record.
Beside me, I have co-owners of Rumble Strips, Constance Paul-Hymas and Mary Beth Walters. Constance, we'll start with you. Actually, both of you are co-owners of a full sibling, 2 Rumble Strips that only made $19,000 in 5 starts. What in the world made you go back and buy a full sibling?
The full sibling that we owned first, was really a very good trotter who just is one of those hard luck horses. We've all had them. And this happens wrong, and this happens wrong, and then he got sick and was very sick during his 2-year-old year. We didn't even know if he was going to be able to come back or not. But had those things not happened, we knew what a great trotter he could have been. And even now he's back in training to go as a 4-year-old. So we'll see what happens. So we just really loved him. Mike went to the sale. We had looked at rumble strips in the catalog, and I couldn't go that day. He called me and he said, "You want this horse? How much can I go?" So I gave him a figure. We got him and just haven't been disappointed in him.
Mary Beth, coming back over to you. Do you have a favorite win from all season?
I think every win and the next win will be our favorite because we enjoy them so much. And just to talk a little bit more about what my mom said is that Mom bought him and then called me and said, "Do you think David will mind us buying another horse?" Which is my husband. So he is very easygoing, and I'm very just so happy to have this team going on. But yeah.
So tell me, what's the answer? Did David mind buying rumble strips?
No, David didn't mind buying rumble strips or the other 4 as well. So we're very lucky to be able to do this together and have such great horses.
Let's go back just a few months. World record at the Delaware County Fair. And I remember being there myself, of course, and they said, Roger says, throw all of the records out the window. What kind of emotion did you possibly feel that day?
Well, I looked over at Mom, and she was a bawling mess, really, and I had to drag her to the winner's circle because it dawned on her, what the record had been, and it was a half-mile track too, so that just made it even more outstanding. So it's all sort of a blur, but it was a wonderful day.
I get excited every time I watch that video of him winning that, and I've watched it quite a number of times. Go back and watch it. Yeah, that was probably the most exciting, not to take away from the Sire Stakes, but that world record was really great.
Congratulations to Rumble Strips, our Ohio 2-year-old colt trotter of the year.